Alright, and we're off. So, tutorial boss in this game. First fight. It can definitely kill you. You've got a pretty high chance of failure in this fight, which is good to know right from the start. The behemoth here, if he crits you and you miss, or rather, if he crits you or you miss, I think maybe 3 times or so, you are probably gonna die. There's not really much you can do, you're just kind of at the RNG's mercy for this first fight here. A little bit about the players. Marsh has a PB of 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 5 seconds. And I don't see DarkCucco on the leaderboards, but I know his previous race time was 3 hours and 30 minutes here, so maybe he's practiced a little bit and can keep that down for the tournament, but we'll be here until he's done. Ooh, Marsh getting some unlucky crit there, taking an early death. And Cucco finishes it up with an unneeded crit, while Marsh takes his second crit, but he still finishes it up before anything bad could happen. You were close, Bite. That was... Sorry, only 1 death this time. So if you're unfamiliar with the game here, but if you're unfamiliar with the game, this is kind of a very intro RPG, and it was definitely marketed as such. The battle system is fairly simple. You've got attack, some magic and stuff. Only 2 party characters to work with. Looks like Marsh is walking up to get Cure first, which is fine, I suppose. DarkCucco here is going to be picking up our first partner character, Kaylee. Kaylee is very, very strong for this point, even though she's only level 3. That is because of a glitch called the Resistance glitch that was activated before the game even started. Basically, if you load up a saved game and just restart your game, all of your partners will have gear and resistances of your last played partner character. So Kaylee here has some inherited stats and some resistances of the partner you'll be getting at the very end of the game. Cucco, leaving the back of the bar there, you can just push those barrels aside and walk straight down. You don't have to actually walk out the back. So Kaylee is actually extremely strong during this point of the game. She can one-shot any mob here. There's only 3 fights you get it for, unfortunately. What you're looking for in these fights, you're looking to not miss, which is important, I suppose, in any fight. But if your characters can manage not to miss, just like what happened to Marsh there, and Cucco, you can defeat these fights in just 2 rounds rather than 3. Since Benjamin, your main character's canon name is Ben, since Ben can't one-shot these, but he can get them in 2, you have to target the same enemy twice with him, while Kaylee, you have to manually, attack an enemy that hasn't been hurt yet. This game features an automatic and manual setting for your partner. Controlling what the auto will do is actually very key to going fast in this game, because you don't want to do extra menus when you don't need to. So knowing what your partner will do on auto is very important. Typically they'll heal you if you're low or dead, but we can get some more into that later. First fight here, this Minotaur is actually not immune to the life spell. The game kind of thinks he's undead, so if you have Kaylee just manually cast the life spell on him, he just instantly dies. Very easy first boss. And then she promptly gets taken away because the poison tree, I don't know, made her sick or something. So you're off on a quest. You're supposed to get this elixir up here to go help. But it's empty, because unfortunately it was already taken by the worst party member of the game, Tristram, who unfortunately will be accompanying you for the next, couple minutes or so. Tristram here, there's nothing really special about him. He throws ninja stars and has the life spell if you die, but that's just about it. So in the bone dungeon here, it's the first major kind of dungeon area, I suppose. They're going to be looking for enemy encounters that consist of 1 or 2 enemies. If there's going to be 3 enemies, that's a guaranteed second round of combat that they'll have to do, and possibly even more if the enemies decide to confuse the player. So if they get into any encounter that has 3 enemies, they're going to be running away and attempting to re-enter the fight with less enemies to fight. Your name is Tristan, and Tristan was definitely your favorite. Man, that's fine, I guess, but just know, this guy, that's all I gotta say. So Marsh getting some good luck here with just 2 single encounters, and unfortunately, Tristan decided to miss, and his kid kind of just died, which is fine. You don't actually need to heal your main character here. He doesn't actually lose any experience if he's dead, so he still gets all of his experience back, and there's really like no danger because Tristan can just one-shot and thing everything anyway. And you typically go before all the enemies, so there's really no danger in Ben dying in case Tristan misses just like that. Now Cucco's getting the unfortunate 3 skeleton fight, so having to run away and try again. So we picked up the bomb weapon in a little cutscene back there. The bomb weapon is very good. They have a static damage, so they'll be doing the same amount of damage regardless of our level, which is going to be very low throughout the entire game. They don't miss, but they can't critical hit. But the non-missing is a very large factor because your accuracy in this game is actually very bad, especially considering how low level we are. That just taking that out of the formula is great. Cucco getting some unfortunate 3 enemy fights. And again. Again? Nah, just one this time. Alright. So Marsh is going to be picking up the seed item. The way magic works in this game, it works like Final Fantasy I's spell charge system. You just basically have a X number of times that you can cast this specific school of magic. What seeds do are restore all those magic charges. So we need to pick up seeds right there because they actually need to be the very first item in our inventory for a item glitch that will be coming up a little bit later. Also interesting to note, these Minotaur enemies, Tristram actually can't one-shot them. So you need him to take out the other enemy first, and then your bombs will one-shot the enemy because bombs' damage is spread out. You can't single target bombs, you have to attack all enemies with them, so the damage is spread out between all enemies that are still alive. So if there's only one enemy left, the bombs can take them out. Marsh also picked up the Quake spell in that little cave over there. You'll definitely see some use of Quake in the next dungeon. They might use it here on the boss. Because this boss is a giant bone dragon and is vulnerable to cure. So you're going to be looking for Ben to hit all of his cures on the boss while Tristan does a certain amount of damage. I think it's only 400 or so, it's not that much. The main problem is keeping Ben alive long enough to get all of his cures off. The unfortunate thing is attacking with white magic, like a cure spell, actually has a chance to miss, so you're really hoping that it just doesn't miss. So if Benjamin is dead, an auto on your partner will always make them cast a life spell on you, which is very useful because as long as Ben's turn hasn't happened in the turn order, he doesn't lose the turn if he dies and gets revived again. So if Tristram is on auto, the boss can attack and kill Ben. Tristram doesn't decide what he's doing until it's his turn if he's on auto. So then he will auto-revive Ben, and then Ben will take his turn. It's very useful later on whenever Ben gets strong enough to actually help with enemies. I suppose what I didn't talk about is duplicating seeds. So if you go into a fight and if you queue up to use a seed on someone and you back out and then run away from the fight, you actually get an additional seed back. So you can duplicate seeds that way and basically get as many spell charges as you want. And Marsh actually having not much issue with the Bone Dragon, taking him out, no problem. Cucco just entering the fight here. We'll see if he has the same luck. Nice crit from Tristan. So the lower health that Bone Dragon gets here, I see Bone Dragon, the Flamerous Rex, I suppose is his name. You know who I'm talking about. The lower health he has, the more he's going to cast Rip Earth, which is his Quake attack. And the damage, similar to the bombs for your character, an AoE attack from an enemy will also spread out the damage between your two characters. So if one of your characters dies or gets petrified, all of the damage will go onto the other character, which can be pretty dangerous. So Marsh, I saw, did not forget to pick up the sand coin. So that's good. He'll definitely need that later. If you forget that chest, you gotta walk all the way back here to pick it up. He's just on his way out of the bone dungeon now. Is Cucco out of cures? He might be out of cures, actually. If he's trying to attack with the bombs. Ooh, Tristram. He might need to cast Life on Tristram just to be safe. Yeah, there you go. The life spell is just completely overpowered. Not only does it heal you to full health always, no matter what it is, it also recovers any status effects you have. Oh, there he goes. No problems. He was playing a little safe there with healing Tristram, but I think that was just fine, just to make sure he got through it. So we're going to be, you'll see Marsh here bombing these little skulls. He's going to be picking up this steel shield here. It's not worth coming back here after you get the bombs to get it. It only provides, I think, some speed and some defense. It's not all that, maybe not defense, but evasion. It's not all that important, but might as well pick it up on the way out. You'll see Marsh is picking up the cure potions there. You actually need to have them in a very specific spot in your inventory, so you can't pick up that chest on the way in. You actually need to get it specifically after you pick up seeds earlier in the dungeon. So after the bone dungeon, we received the elixir from Tristan. He's nice enough to do something, I guess. So we can go back and save Kaylee. But she's just going to sleep for a bit. We will definitely see her later. Just remember that all she's doing during this time is sleeping. We'll definitely, we'll call back to that here in a little bit. Marsh is entering the focus tower here. It kind of serves as the hub dungeon. That's what I say, but there's really no enemies in here. So it's, I don't know if it's really a dungeon or not, but it's just kind of some silly hub area where you have to collect all the coins to open up the way to the next area. So good thing he picked up that sand coin, because if not, you would not be able to go in right there. You have to walk all the way back to get it. And I saw Cucco pick it up too, so that's good. Marsh is going to be getting the next partner character, Phoebe, who is absolutely amazing. She has like 14 or 50 useful attacking magic casts. She's just strong, can take out almost any encounter on her own without any issue. But first she takes us to her house, just to, you'll see what happens. Phoebe wants to take you all the way to her house. You get in, she says, okay, let's leave. Benjamin looks really confused. It's like, whatever, let's go. Why did we come here in the first place? So in the Windry Cave here, you're going to be switching between manual and auto a lot. If there's 3 of the same type of enemy, Phoebe will gladly cast fire on all of them. But if there's 2 different types of enemies, you will have to manually do it. Even if fire will one-shot all the enemies, you still have to manually do it, because she'll only cast fire on a single enemy. And you'll see Marsh duping his seed right there. I think 2 is the safe number. Is like the minimum you'll need to get through at a speedy pace. You might see a couple runners duplicate more, just in case they take fights a different way. Lavos. I guess the hedgehogs do kind of look like Lavos, don't they? I didn't even notice that until you said it right now. So these worm enemies are weak to Quake. Ben can take out 2 worms with 1 Quake. So you have Phoebe clean up the last guy on the first attack, and then Ben can easily just take him out. So at this point, Phoebe gives you the cat claw item. The claw items actually raise your magic by 5 if you have one equipped. And there's a couple situations where you wouldn't be able to kill enemies unless you had the claw equipped. So it's definitely something you'll see runners do, is equipping the claw for key moments where they need to take out an enemy. Alright, Cucco entering the wintry cave now. I don't think he'll have too much issue because Phoebe's just that crazy strong. Even if you don't know the best times to use auto, manual, you know, Phoebe still just wrecks everything. So this is the dungeon where the duplicated seeds will come in handy, just because Phoebe's just tackling everything with magic that you'll need to recharge her at some point. These centaur enemies are a little bit dangerous. Phoebe's thunder attack here actually can't one-shot them, so you have to have Ben follow up with either a quake or I think even a bomb will do it. If you want to say the spells, you can just use a bomb. That particular encounter that Marsh was in, he got a preemptive attack, so the centaurs didn't have a chance of going first. But if the centaurs have a chance of acting before Benjamin does with his follow-up attack. So it's entirely possible that they will confuse Ben, and uh-oh, is that going to happen right now? Yeah, it might. And it'll just skip his turn, or he'll end up bombing yourself or doing whatever else instead of what he was supposed to. But it didn't look like that confused was too bad. I'm not sure of the strat on 3 landworms. I think you just have Phoebe Thunder. Or I don't know if she could one-shot one with the bow or not. If she does, that would probably be ideal, so Ben can just clean up the next. But I guess the Thunder is definitely safer. As strong as Phoebe's bow is, it can still miss. Yeah, there's Marsh using a seed to get back all of Phoebe's spell charges. 15 casts is a lot, but it's definitely not enough to get through this place. But with the seed dupe trick, it's just trivial. A lot of encounters of this game are absolutely trivialized by just using magic. I say that, but there are some definite dangerous ones later on. Because your partner can't always destroy everything on one turn. A lot of the times you're going to have to clean it up, but later in the game when you're still such a low level, the enemies, there's no chance of Ben going first, so you have to hope that you get through it without, you know, too much dying. Luckily, this game is so beginner friendly, if you die in any encounter, you can just restart it right there. Alright, so Marsh going into the Squidite fight here. This really isn't that dangerous. With the resistance glitch and Phoebe's boosted stats from it, she can pretty much just tank this entire fight and have no danger of dying at all. Her bow just does so much damage. 686 damage crit is absolutely amazing. Benjamin's damage here is just very minimal. If he dies, you can really just kind of leave him dead and just have Phoebe clean it up on her own. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Squidite's just kind of... I don't know if he's really a boss, he's just kind of in the way. You just kind of run over him. And Marsh starts the long trek out of here, because we can't escape dungeons quite yet. A lot of the difference in time between runners in this game is going to be from menuing. The menus in this game have zero lag time at all. You can input menus as fast as you can move your fingers, and it's really obvious whenever you see a good runner play because of just how fast they menu through the battles and such. Like knowing where your cursor is going to be from the previous fight, swapping your partner from manual to auto, and then swapping back to manual, and knowing where their cursor is going to be, and moving to where you need to move it takes a lot of practice actually to get consistently fast. So after killing the squid and getting the Libra crest that was behind him, we can use that to warp inside this temple here. We're supposed to be finding some wake water to save the frozen town. Phoebe notices it's empty. Ben notices there's an old man in the cave. So we go beat him up and take his wake water. And see, he gives it and then gets the heck out of there because we are quite the dangerous duo. Oh, I think Cucco, did he single target Thunder maybe? That's not right. It's a little unfortunate. He's getting some bad confuses right here. Though confused Phoebe cleans it up, I suppose. So the wake water unfortunately only saves this one plant. Marsh showing his frustration by bombing it. And then they leave to head off towards the ice pyramid. But not before some block pushing puzzles. Alright, so Cucco going on to the Squidite fight. Let's see if he gets as many crits as Marsh did. Cucco equipping the axe. That's a little curious. The snow crab fight coming up is the one where you'd want to use the axe. Oh, okay. He was swapped back to the bomb. Nice. Good crit. Yeah, you'll see he's got the strats here. Just leave Ben dead and have Phoebe just, clean it up because there's... Oh, interesting. He used his drain attack there. One of the in-game resistances that you get is actually drain resistance, so it actually works against the caster. So in that situation, you'll see that Phoebe drained a little bit of health from the boss. Just a funny little thing. Oh wow, I didn't know a 3 enemy thunder would still take out those Naga girls. That's nice. So you'll see what Marsh does here. It's a tiny little bit of a sequence break. I don't think the developers actually intended you to use the blocks this way, but you know, it works out. So you skip a small portion of the dungeon. It's not that much, maybe a fight or two up in the top right. If you just position the blocks this way, you can just hop right across and go right to the boss. So the snow crab fight here, you want to be level 8 for it, because I believe it's his scissor attack that can actually kill Ben in one hit, unless he's level 8. I guess it's more of luck, I suppose, if you get level 8 or not, because it's not like you go out of your way to kill any additional enemies. But it's just, I suppose, good to know that you have that small extra safety if you are level 8 specifically. This is the one fight in the game that you can use the axe at least somewhat effectively, since the boss is weak to axe. Getting 2 crits from the snow crab. The one on Phoebe didn't really matter, but the one on Ben was a little unfortunate. Yeah, there's another downside of using the axe, was that miss right there. The bombs, of course, don't miss. The axe does a little more damage, but can definitely miss. So Phoebe teaches us how to use some better bombs after that fight, and not before that fight, which is a little weird. But, you know, thanks Phoebe. It's the thought that counts. You're weak to axe too? Yeah, I would think that a lot of people here might also be weak to axe. So you'll see Marsh here pick up the refreshers in this chest. They need to be in the 3rd slot in the inventory, leaving just heal potions left to go, which we will also pick up in this dungeon. And that's all for performing an item glitch that you'll see not too long after this dungeon is concluded. So the enemies in this dungeon are actually invisible. These are not random encounters. There's an item called the mirror that you can find after 2 or 3 fights in this dungeon if you walk to the right at the start, but you don't really need it. I mean, as long as you know where the enemies... It's not like you can avoid the encounters anyway that are in your way, so you might as well just... It doesn't really matter if you can see them or not. These mage enemies can be kind of a pain. If they can cure themselves, and I think they can cure allies too, but they are weak to fire, so if you're lucky you'll just get, I think you can get a 2 mage enemy composition, and you can just fire both of them and be done with it. Can Phoebe take out a triple mage with 1 fire? Nah, but the bombs will easily clean it up. Alright, Cucco entering his snow crab fight. He's also level 8, so he doesn't have to worry about Ben getting 1 shot. I didn't see if either player picked up the fire spell. It's a little out of the way, and it doesn't really save that much time. But for newer runners, it can be an option, I suppose. Oh, he did pick it up, yeah. These stony roost enemies here on Marsha's side, they can petrify you. It's fairly rare when they do it, but it's definitely, you know, a danger. If you get unlucky and Phoebe gets petrified, it's unlikely that Ben will be able to clean up the enemies before he dies. These gather enemies here, the little eye guy on the left, are weak to bomb. So even if there's two enemies, you can still take them out in one attack. Cucco looks like it got a little hairy there at the end, but he took it out no problem. Getting his jumbo bombs, which I don't know why Phoebe's holding out on us. You should just give us those at the start. Phoebe knows all about bombs. You'll see that later. And by all about, I mean nothing. Who is winning? MarsheValias on the left side is winning currently. I think he has a couple-minute lead over Cucco about right now. The Ice Pyramid is kind of the first dungeon where it feels like it drags on a little, especially from the viewer standpoint. But, you know, when you're playing, it's absolutely different. You gotta know how many... Keeping track of your spell charges is still something I'm working on. So I'm sure more experienced players don't have any issue with it, but it's definitely something to keep in mind, because you don't want to enter a fight without any spell charges left. Oh, I need to thunder all these guys, but Phoebe can't. So do I run away, or do I try to power through it? Honestly, you should probably run away and just seed up, because seeds are very expendable in this game. As long as you don't run out to 0, you can just keep duplicating more. How did DarkCucco get so fine? I believe Cucco is just a little bit less experienced in the game. But that's okay. This tournament's open to players of all ages, no, all skill levels, so there's really not that much to worry about. What kind of runtime are we looking for? For Marsh, I believe he will clock in a little bit less than 2.5 hours, probably about 2:15 or so. Cucco's previous race was a little bit longer than that, but he might have been practicing. I honestly don't know. So if he's been practicing, he will be able to cut his time down significantly from what it was. These Sphinxes can be a little nasty. They're fast and they can confuse. I believe they're also vulnerable to the life spell, so Phoebe can just use life and one-shot them. And you'll see Marsh picked up the heal potions there. We actually need that specifically in the 4th slot of our inventory. So at this point in the game, you need to keep at least 1 seed. You can't accidentally use them up. But now after we've picked up the heal potions, you can use them all if you need to. You can go down to 0, no problem. Okay, Marsh is picking up the noble armor here, which gives the main character water and poison resist. The boss of this area uses some pretty heavily damaging water attacks, and I'm fairly certain Ben just dies from any water attack if he doesn't have that armor. Oh, unlucky petrify on Phoebe there, but I think those bombs will just clean it up. Yeah, no problem. Alright, I believe after this, Marsh will have 4 fights left before the boss. Yeah, I think the Thunder... Oh, wow, Phoebe can actually one-shot all 3 of those with Thunder? I didn't know that. Well, I'm learning something too. Since the damage is spread out, I wasn't quite sure if that would work, but if they're weak to Thunder, that's really nice. Because I don't think the bombs can do that at all. Stat effects come off after battle. A lot of them do. I know Blind and Poison don't. Those might be the only 2 that don't. Status effects in this game are particularly nasty because the ones that inhibit your characters from doing anything are really awful. Since you only have 2 characters, you either have to hope they break out of it, which is Confusion and Paralyze. Paralyze you won't break out of, so don't even try. But the other ones are just really bad, because then you have to spend your partner's entire turn healing it and, you know, taking all the enemy attacks. Yeah, this is a very, very beginner-friendly game. The combat is pretty simple. It's very RNG-heavy in some places. So no matter how many, you know, safeties no matter how many safeties you prepare or anything, sometimes you're just gonna die. That's how it's gonna work. But if you die in any fight, you can just restart it straight from the start of the fight. No penalty in that at all. The only issue is that the rocket and music restarts. Like if it just played out through the death animation, that'd be pretty cool. So Marsh is going into the Ice Golem fight. Here's the boss of this place. He has a AoE attack. I forget what it's called, but it also heals him, and he'll be using that a lot more the lower health he gets. So you don't want to be seeing that. I believe, other than that, all of his attacks are just straight damage. Benjamin does some pretty okay damage at this point, so if he dies, you still want to revive him. And even though Phoebe is strong against water, she can still take some pretty heavy damage. Yeah, there's that attack. Hits both characters and heals him for about 200. Yeah, the sprite changing through damage is actually a really great effect of this game. It gives the fights like the oh gosh, how do I want to put this? It feels like you're really making progress during the boss fights, you know? You get that excitement. Oh, he's almost gone, I can tell. I think he's going to clean up Ice Golem with very little problems. Gold! Nice. Nice gold split there. Yeah, it started... Phoebe got a little low there at the end, but, I mean, that's nothing a life spell couldn't fix, since life is so completely overpowered. So don't forget to walk up and pick that Water coin? Is it the water coin? I think that's the name of it. River coin. Dang. So make sure you pick up that river coin, then just fall off. And this will be the last dungeon we actually have to walk out of. I like Chris's blind fire strats there. The bombs actually don't miss, so even if you're blinded, I guess is the right term. I like blound though. Even if you're blound, you can still hit with 100% accuracy with the bombs. He did pick up those heal potions, I think. I certainly hope so. Okay, yeah, he did. Nice. Now, his inventory should be all set up for what it needs to be. Marsh is going to opt to pick up the optional explosives. If you have less than 10 explosives, you definitely want to pick up that chest. But if you want a tiny bit of extra safety in having enough for the later parts, you can definitely pick those up if you need to. They're not far out of the way at all. Goes running low on bombs. He's got 14. I think that should be enough to finish up. Even if he runs out, you have... Oh no, Phoebe just set herself on fire. Uh-oh, that might be a death. Yep, oh well. So for this fight in particular, I think Phoebe... Oh gosh. What happens when you thunder? Does that take out the gather? Yeah, it does. And the bombs, can they clean those up? Oh, okay, well, that was easy. So you just do that every time. Just get that RNG every time. So on Marsha's side here, he's going to be doing like the only real grinding, in quotes, part. But it's not really grinding because we receive the wonderful exit spell after doing this battlefield. This battlefield, what you're looking for is the single squid that you can just take out with a bomb and be done with it. If you get a Sphinx in the fight, not only are they going to probably ambush you, so you have to wait a full turn for them to do their stuff, you need to run away and just deal with those single squid. On average, you'll get maybe 3 or 4 squids. I believe it's like a 30%, 33% chance or so to get a Sphinx. But this is why you need 10 bombs coming out of Ice Pyramid, and luckily there is that 10 bomb chest right at the exit that you can just grab on the way out. But you need the 10 bombs to take out this battlefield, so you can get the exit spell. Cucco only has 9 bombs. I think that's fine, considering he also has the fire spell that he can use on the boss if he needs to. I also didn't even know if, like, Ben gets 9 turns on the boss, honestly. There you go. Marsh getting his exit spell, he didn't get that many. It was maybe 2 or 3. I knew he had those 2 early ones, but I didn't notice any later ones. Cucco picked up his Knight Sword there. You probably won't see either of their runners like physically attack with the sword weapon, but having it equipped does raise your speed by 5, which is important sometimes. But as for the actual damage of the sword, that doesn't really matter at all, because even the basic sword gives you that speed ability. So Marsh is going to be doing a little bit of a weird thing here. We've picked up the 4 consumable items, the seeds, the cure potions, the refreshers, and the heal potions in that specific order, because of a funny little glitch that happens up here in Fireburg. So after getting your items in that order, the first thing you want to do, or I guess before you get the firework here, you want to use up all your seeds so you have none. And by none, I mean like they're completely removed from your inventory. Then you want to go to the shop here. You want to buy 0. That actually puts 0 seeds in your inventory. And then after using 1, it rolls back down to 255. And it also kind of corrupts the next item. You can see it kind of looks like a sky coin there. So, and then you go buy 19 cure potions, which, funnily enough, it gives you the Mobius crest, the fire coin, the sun coin, that's it, and the sky coin. So that actually skips the entire Fireberg section of the game, and it also gives you, well, it was two different glitches there, but he also has now 255 seeds, so it's basically unlimited magic for the entire game. And how the plot would do it is that you would have your partner Ruben at the end of the Fireberg section, and you bring him down here. But since he's not here, he just kind of appears out of nowhere. Aha! Fights this mummy and falls off a bridge. So, the exit spell, in addition to taking you out of dungeons, it also just one-shots enemies. See you later. So unfortunately, we lost Ruben, who would have been a good partner, I suppose, but now we get Tristram again, who is not. Luckily, we only have him for 3 fights, but he's especially bad on these 3 fights. Also, Cucco's not looking so hot over there. Phoebe got a little low, that was a bit dangerous. But it looks like he's back on his feet. Though the Ice Golem seems like he has a lot of health still. On these fights with the mummies and the specters, Tristram actually... It takes Tristram 3 attacks to take out a mummy, which is absolutely unacceptable. So you're kind of hoping for the ghosts in the fight, because Tristram can one-shot those unless they lower his attack power. Luckily, the exit spell can clean up any enemy that Tristram happens to not be able to finish up. Oh, he gets the attack down there on Tristram, so... Oh, well, he cast exit on the ghost anyway, so I guess we'll have to just, yeah, exit out that guy. Cucco's getting the boss a little low, just topping off his health for some safety. Oh, the boss actually healed enough to go back to his previous form. But the bombs took quick work of that. So we want to go into the giant tree here, but our axes aren't scary enough. So we need to go find someone that has a much scarier axe, which is Kaylee. She's been sleeping these past 45 minutes, and in sleeping she's gained about 28 levels, which is amazing. Wish I could sleep and gain that many levels. Her axe has also been sleeping and gained about that many levels too, so she's gonna be big and scary and have a big scary axe, which is more than enough to scare that giant tree into letting us inside. Cucco taking out the Ice Golem, picking up his river coin. I hope. Please pick it up before you jump off. Okay, cool. We're going to let her sleep a little longer, and first walk down this incredibly long tunnel. This unnecessarily long tunnel with nothing in it but a pretty waterfall. I know, right? I want to be able to sleep and gain 28 levels. That would be amazing. I wish I felt 28 levels younger. Or I guess that's not right. You understand what I'm trying to say. So, thankfully, Tristram leaves us right now, but not before giving us his really cool hookshot. We get the Dragon Claw here, which it gives us the 5 magic that the Cat Claw does, but it also gives like 7 different status effects to enemies when you attack with it. And Phoebe shows up here, not to join our party, but to show us how not to use bombs. Promptly runs away after blowing up her grandpa's place, while Ben has no idea what's going on and shows us his extreme shrugging. So definitely cast exit to get out of the tunnel there because you don't want to walk all the way out. And then you just go over to Phoebe's house where Kaylee has slept walk this entire way through the focus tower across the entire world. And now she'll finally join our party with her giant scary axe, and we can finally go enter the giant tree dungeon. Meanwhile, Cucco is over on the exit battlefield getting some unfortunate sphinxes. He's not gonna do much better than Marsh did. I think Marsh only got 1 or 2. It was really nice. Who's ahead? MarsheValias on the left is ahead by a fairly good margin. Oh, but the first thing Marsh is going to do is pick up the arrow spell. Oh, wait, hold on. He's going to walk out of here first to set his exit point, and then he's going to go back in and then go get the arrow spell, so that after he gets it, he can just cast exit and go right back there. That's actually faster than just walking out of here. Yeah, that's all the stuff that the Dragon Claw does. Petrify being the best, definitely. You can definitely use that later on some slime enemies to attempt to make some difficult fights faster. So Marsh picks up the arrow spell here. A vast majority of the enemies from here on are weak to wind, which is great because Kaylee also has the arrow spell. Cucco, oh god, you hate this? You're getting a lot of sphinxes over there, dude. Hang in there. So Kaylee actually cannot take out 3 enemies with 1 arrow cast. There needs to only be 2. So when you get a 3 enemy composition, you have to kind of weigh risk versus reward here. Do you single target an enemy so that she can easily clean it up next turn, or do you just have Kaylee and Benjamin both cast arrow on all enemies in hopes of getting a 1 round? But in that case, you have 3 enemies that can, you know, ruin that by taking out Benjamin or incapacitating him in some way, just like this. Thanks, Marsh. I was just talking about that. What does Marsh have a health bar, but Cucco has... that's actually an option in the game. You are free to change the health bars between an exact value or health bars. But it's actually the same value either way. You get 40 health on level. So, you see that Marsh is actually 1 level ahead of Cucco right now, so Marsh has 480 health. Marsh going on the more dangerous strats of the double petrify, which doesn't quite work out for him. These mummies, they can sleep and petrify both. Oh gosh. Oh, yep, that's the end. So this is the risk reward that comes in at this part of the game, where you have to decide if you want Kaylee to all target or just single target. Luckily, if Benjamin is level 12 here and you have the claw equipped, he can actually take out 2 mummies with 1 cast, is what I thought, but that just didn't happen, so maybe I'm wrong. Alright, ignore me. Either way, he gets through the fight. That's what it says in my notes, right? I gotta check my notes. That's what my notes say. Alright, my notes are wrong. Yeah, that match yesterday was really funny. It took him so long to get past the single mummy. So, Cucco got his exit spell, and we will see if he knows how to perform this glitch. There's actually like no specific timing involved in this glitch, so if you're unsure, you can just do it at your own pace and just, you know, be sure that it goes right. 0 seeds, use 1 seed, and buy 19 cure potions. There you go. Alright, he got it. Cucco doing something that I do, forgetting that you have the exit spell until you take a couple steps. Like, oh, I can just instantly get out of here, I don't have to keep walking. One thing to remember about the exit spell is that you don't get any experience from the enemies that you defeat with it. So you can get into I think just one situation where your level might matter. Oh, getting a Fortunate Doom there on Kaylee. Oh, is it gonna happen again? Nah, he's fine. I think there's one level you want to be before you get to the boss of this place, but I don't remember which level it is. And if RNG has it that you exit too many enemies, you're not going to be able to get that level. But it's really okay. So Marsh moving on to the very, very long leeches section of this dungeon. These leeches, you want as many 2 leech fights as you can. If you have a 3 leech fight, you can risk it or run. I suppose there's not really any other options in that. But all of their attacks, they have a very long animation. They have a fire attack, which neither of your characters have fire resistance, so they're gonna do a good chunk. There it is. So this is a fight where you can go for the risky, both characters using arrow to one-turn it, or just go with the single arrow cast from Kaylee, and then just cleaning it up on the next turn. The thing about doing the 2 arrow strat to clean up in a single turn is that it's very rare that you won't have to go to the menu to heal afterwards. So the time save is, I feel, it gets a little negligible, but I'm also not a good runner of the game, so I don't know if that actually, you know, is that significant time save or loss or not. Oh no, exit missing on Cucco's side over there. Oh, but Tristram takes out the ghost, so this round isn't really much different than it would have been. So at this point, these ooze enemies can hop into the fights. The oozes reflect magic, and they are immune to exit. However, you can petrify them with the Dragon Claw if you want to, and they are weak to bombs. So, if you if you petrify them, I'd say that you can just have Kaylee double cast arrow, but I found out yesterday that a petrified enemy actually does not remove it from the fight. So if you petrify an enemy, and then cast, like, you know, an arrow on all enemies, it will hit, in quotes, hit the little phantom guy and not take out the two enemies. So you just have to single target the worms down with Kaylee during those situations. Cucco getting the business from his tree on his axe quest. You have exit, dude. Just cast exit. You don't have to walk out of here. No, stop it. Yeah, there, he found it. Good. Oh, I suppose I should explain all the clouds on the world map there. Skipping the Firebird section is all those clouds on the world map are a small side effect of that. They don't actually get cleared away. But luckily the game still tells you where you are, and there's flashing arrows on the screen so you can go the direction you need to go. It's just a funny little visual thing. And yeah, black belt, that's right. Ben's still a little bit weak. The exit spell definitely helps, but he definitely does not have the stats or the spells he needs to clean up enemies in quite the way his partner can. Cucco taking his long walk down a dark tunnel. He's going to get shown how not to use bombs by Phoebe. Maybe DarkCucco is listening to the stream. In this particular tournament, that actually doesn't matter. You are allowed to watch the stream. You're allowed to watch the opponent's stream. Just because this is mostly a single player game, and you really don't benefit at all, really. There's maybe a couple different risk things that might change if you know how far ahead or behind you are, but it's nothing like the Zelda randomizer, for instance, where, you know, knowing where a specific item is actually a huge deal. But yeah, I think you'll find that most of the tournaments actually allow you to watch the other person to, you know, just assess the situation. Like, later in the game, the runners will have an option of picking up, like, spending about a minute to go pick up an item that gives them petrification and paralyze immunity. And a lot of the better runners will probably opt not to do that. But if you know that you and your opponent are neck and neck, you might opt to skip that, just, you know, just to gain that extra edge that, you know, you might need to win. There's not many situations other than that specific moment I could think of that could change how you play this particular run. These two ooze fights here on Marsha's side are particularly annoying. Oh, he tried to cast exit. Nope, they're immune to exit. You can't do that. Even though they're weak to bombs, you still can't take out two of them with one bomb attack. So it's like a guaranteed 2-round. There's really nothing you can do. These Scoldger enemies are a little dangerous. They have an instant death attack. But when there's only two of them, Kaylee can just take them out before anything bad happens. I think there's 2 fights in this dungeon where you have to fight 3 of them, and those can get a little hairy. Cucco getting a self-destruct from the ninja there. Which is fine, as long as there's only 1 ninja. As long as he's out of the picture, there's nothing bad that can happen. Picks up his arrow spell. And then is he gonna exit? I missed if he set his exit point or not. If he's walking out, he might not have. This composition, this enemy comp is actually pretty brutal. It's like almost a guaranteed 3-round. Oh, well, no, it's not, because Kaylee will take out the 1 enemy and then you can just bomb the other. Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. Although he did get really close to death right there. 41 health left. So, in my opinion, this is the dungeon that really... Oh no, Kaylee just... Oh no! I think she's fine, but these guys reflect magic. You can't do that. Also, nice critical hit and petrify both on that slide. This is the dungeon that I believe just is a slog. It takes like the longest. I feel like it takes the longest anyway. It's probably not true. Pazuzu's Tower is probably longer. But Pazuzu's Tower has the excitement of wondering where the boss is going to be, while this dungeon is just a long, long trek. So unfortunate early death there on Marsha's side, but Kaylee takes it out. There's really no danger when there's only 1 ooze left, or when there's really just oozes left. They really can't do much to endanger you, but it just, since Kaylee can't one-shot them, it just makes the fight take so much longer. Yep, this is the giant tree. Good, you made it before Goon Kid. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to Goon Kid. I believe Marsh doesn't have too much longer to go. I think he has maybe 3 or 4 fights left after this. Oh no, Cucco, I don't think you need to fight that enemy. Just hook down, dude. Oh, okay, Marshall has 2 fights left. Nice. You gotta go down there. No, it's just 1 tile to the right. Oh, sorry, it was 2. Dang, I was wrong too. Alright, he made it. Alright, here's the 3 Scoldger fight. Is he gonna get stuck here for it? He's going all out with the double arrow. He gets what he needs. No problem. Alright, so Marsh is moving on to Ghidra, the boss of this place. He's got a Petrify attack, which is unfortunate because neither of your characters have Petrify resistance. Normally Kaylee would have Petrify resistance, but due to the resistance glitch, she doesn't. Since she's taking the resistances from the in-game character, who doesn't have it. The boss can also Petrify, or you can Paralyze, I'm sorry, which Kaylee is immune to, but your character, Benjamin, is not. Oh, she's gonna take that Fool Earthquake because Ben was still dead. Oh, I believe 16 is the level you hope for when fighting this boss. If Kaylee gets petrified, Ben can actually survive one of his attacks if he has full health at level 16, which he cannot do at level 15. That'd be the one reason you'd want to be 16 for this fight. So yeah, unfortunately, he is level 15. So if that rare situation does arise, he will not be safe from that. I think Cucco's getting a little bit lost here. You need to go up and take out that left worm and then hook to the left. Casually, this place is actually pretty confusing. I don't blame him, really. Yeah, there he goes. He knows what he needs to do. Ooh, unfortunate paralyze on Marsh's side. Alright, no problems. Well, other than the low health on Ben, I suppose. Okay, he's looking good. He's got this, no problem. Very nice. Alright, shoutouts to Goon Kid. Take a look at the trees in the background. There should be an animation on the overworld of the tree moving from one spot to another, but the clouds are kind of in the way, you can't see. So, after defeating the boss there, it actually despawns all other enemies in this dungeon. So you kind of have a free path to a very important treasure chest that he's going to go get right now. Now you get the whole Goon Kit, yeah. I believe it's supposed to be Go On Kid, but they're just not spaced out enough. So, no, it's obviously Goon Kid. I'm sure that's what they were going for. Alright, so Marsh picking up his free meteor spell, which is amazing. It actually lets Benjamin do some very comparable damage to Kaylee here. Going in the town of Windia, which isn't very windy. I mean, with all these clouds around, you'd think it wouldn't be very windy. He's gonna buy his Cupid locket over here, which for the very cheap price of $300 not dollars, what is it, gold pieces, it gives you, oh man, I had this written down, which tab is this on? I should know this. It gives you blind and confused resistance, so that won't be troubling him anymore. Gonna do some talking to people, talking to Dr. Wiley over here, blah blah blah, go to Mount Gale, save the wind and stuff, I guess. Okay, sure, let's go do it. Oh, I suppose I also missed that. He went and he took a teleporter to. There's a teleport in Windia that takes you to Fireburg, just kind of as a shortcut. But luckily, it takes you right to the place where you get the third tier bomb, the mega grenade. And we don't actually have to do any plot in Fireburg to do it, because we just warp straight into the house that's locked otherwise. So we pick up the third tier bomb there with really no time loss at all, because you just warp in, warp out, and they are super powerful. Already making good use of that confusion resistance. So just about, I believe every fight here in Mount Gale can be finished off with a single target arrow from Kaylee and a meteor from Goon Kid. A meteor from Benjamin here. It's just that strong. You might need the claw to do it in this situation. I'm not exactly sure. But it really shouldn't be any issue. I don't know, Cucco goes up and around that little wall there. You can actually just hook left, just straight left, and not have to climb up the wall at all. Very, very minor time save, but it's funny how it works out. So in Mount Gale here, you can take a small detour. I say small, but it's like a fight or two, and pick up the Apollo helmet if you really want to. It gives you fire resist, and it's the only source of fire resistance that you would even get in the run. But at this point in the game, there's very few enemies that actually use fire attacks against you. One of the mini-bosses in Doom Castle, I think, might be the only one where you would like even consider doing it, but it's just so far out of the way that I don't know if you'll see any runners go get it. Oh, Cucco's getting a little dangerous. Oh no, the paralyze! That's probably going to seal the deal. I believe these toads also have both a paralyze and maybe even a petrify too. They're kind of nasty. Yep, there's that. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's happening again! Oh no, he can't do anything but hope he breaks out of the paralyze, but even if he does, he's gonna have to survive before he attacks. Oh, nope, that didn't work out. So Marsh is on to the Dolahan fight. Dolahan is infamous for his Doom Dance. If your partner dies in any way, you actually never get the life spell in this run. So if your partner dies, you have no way of recovering them. So if your partner just takes an instant kill attack, I mean, that's it. That's probably it. This is one. You might see a couple runners use the heal spell offensively against Dolahan here. You can actually paralyze him, which just makes him skip his turn. It can be super useful, though. I haven't seen that many runners do it, but it's still kind of a new strategy for me. It has its own unique animation that you don't really get to see anywhere else. This is an unforgiving run. It's pretty unforgiving. I would agree with that. We aren't even into the biggest RNG part of the run yet. Don't worry. We'll get there soon. So in this fight, Kaylee just kind of plays support while Benjamin does most of the damage with the Meteor. Kaylee's arrows only do, I think, like 700 or 800 damage, while Meteor does 1600. So you just kind of have her play support curing and reviving Ben while he just goes hard with his meteors. There you go. Not much of a problem at all. So now, after defeating Dolhan, we can get over to Pazuzu's tower. It's a very long dungeon. The source of most baby rages that you'll see from runners will be the boss of this tower. So it'll be a couple minutes still, but if you would like to guess what floor you think Pazuzu will be on. There is a 5 different floors that Pazuzu can be fought on here. 6 being the best. Then it goes 1, 5, 4, 2, I believe. 2 being the worst. So, no matter what floor the runners get, I hope that they both get the same floor to be an equal race. But as a runner, you definitely want floor 6. The difference between floor 6 and any other floors is about 6 minutes, I think. And then it's upwards of 10 or maybe even more for floor 2. It's absolutely ridiculous how much time lost floor 2 is compared to the other ones. What is the world record in this game? I should know that, because I've read that off a couple times in the past, but not this stream. Let me pull that up. The world record in this game is 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 57 seconds by Elmagus. Which is a ridiculous run, by the way. It can't be on floor 3. So he can't be on the floor that you initially talked to him on. And it just so happens you walk right past him on floor 3 when you're trying to scale the tower for the first time. So you'll see runners just talk to him on floor 3. Wizrobe, I would love to. Unfortunately, I think I might head over to the SGDQ hotel and maybe help set up a bit. Alright, so Marsh talks to Pazuzu, and he's gone to a random floor. Might be about 5 minutes or a little more before we figure out exactly where he went. The runners are going to hope for floor 6, because it is just vastly superior to the other ones. So Marsh is going to the fight against the Manticore enemies, which are pretty dangerous. They're some of the most dangerous single enemies that you can encounter in the game. Luckily, they can be one-shot by both life and exit, but they're pretty nasty. I believe they have a Confuse, a Petrify, and an Instant Death. That might be wrong. 2 of those 3 are right, though. But when you get into a counter with 3 of them, you just kind of have to hope that nothing goes wrong. I think we lost Cucco's stream here. We'll try refreshing, though I don't think that's gonna help at all. That's fine, he'll be back. I think he's just paused waiting for the timers to resync. Yeah, there we go. Why is the other character 15 levels above? That is because we don't really grind in this game at all. We don't take any unnecessary fights. The partner character never levels up at all, so they're always a static level. All the experience goes to your character. And we also skip like a quarter of the game. Even if we did that extra quarter of the game, I still don't think we'd be that high of level at all. 31 is just vastly higher than you get anywhere near in any of the speedrun categories of this game. But skipping the battlefields where you would typically grind on that's just like a major source of experience that you just don't get in the speedruns. Luckily, even with the low level, Meteor is just that strong. The attack spells in this game are just that strong. They're just great for just doing damage no matter what level you are. And Exit is an instant kill no matter what level you are, so that definitely helps too. So Marsh is going into the hellway of this game. 3 fights with 3 Manticores each. You just kind of have to pray that this goes well. Oh no! Kaylee misses life. Uh-oh. Marsh is gonna get roasted. What else is he gonna get? Oh, that's gonna take him out. He instantly runs away to reset the fight. That is a good idea. DarkCucco is on the 3 Scoldger fight, but luckily doesn't get too terribly trolled by that. And he's going to go on to Ghidra here. Marsh taking a death on the Manticores. Uh-oh. Takes out the first one, but there's still 2 more to go. You have to be pretty careful with your memory cursor, like where your spell starts on, because it won't. Oh gosh! In only specific situations will it try to target white magic, or maybe life specifically, against the enemy again. So that's tripped me up a couple times where I just spam A to go through the text faster and try to cast life, but it goes on to Ben rather than on an enemy. They're good. Cleans up this one without any issue. So now that he's climbed up to the top of the tower, we loop around to the other side and then start climbing down the tower. And that's when we'll figure out where exactly Pazuzu has escaped to. Oh man, Cucco giving us the spoiler in chat for his upcoming Goon Kid, I believe. Very nice. Getting his well-deserved cutscene where nothing happens. I love these clouds. Don't forget. Go get Meteor, Cucco. Okay, good. He was standing there. I think he was thinking what to do. You don't want to exit. You want to go get Meteor. Go up. I'll just whisper it to him. Go up. Okay, good. He heard me. Okay, now go down. Go down the vine. Alright, good. Speedrun saved. We're good. Oh, I guess I should mention these beholder enemies, the eye guys, they will reflect magic as well. So any fight where you'll see them, you can't really cast all target magic because you're just gonna eat the full damage back. It also means that they're immune to the exit spell as well. They are weak to bombs, but I don't think that the bombs can take out 2 of them with 1 throw. So while they are weak to bombs, they still don't do enough damage to be able to one-round a couple of the formations. Alright, Cucco is going to go pick up his Mega Grenades. And hopefully pick up his Cupid Locket. Because that thing is great. It actually also gives you a small magic boost as well, which can actually matter against the Dark King fight specifically. Might go over that when we get there. You fell asleep on the 4-way race last night. When will the VOD be up? The VOD is up right now, actually. It's on Speed Gaming 2. At least I think I highlighted that match. You should go find out. Because that match was... It's very difficult watching 4 races at once. So the Thanatos enemies are, you know, just recolored Dullahands, but they are weak to life. You can't exit them, and they still have their Doom Dance spell, so they can still kind of be a pain if you leave them around for too long. Yo, Speed Gaming with the save. Thank you, Speed Gaming. I'm gonna guess that's the 4-way race link. So Marsh is picking up the Flare spell here, which is absolutely amazing. The Flare spell is definitely the strongest spell that you'll get. It might actually just be straight the strongest spell in the game. Will you see me at SGDQ? I will be at SGDQ. I'm not doing anything on like runs or couches, so you probably won't see me on the stream at all ever. But I will definitely be there. Alright, Marsh is 1 fight away from figuring out his fate. Will it be PogChamp or will it be Baby Rage? Oh boy, what's it gonna be? Oh, he's there, dude! No way. Marsh gets a floor 6. He spoiled it for us in chat, but that's okay. That's normal to be excited about that. That's amazing. Yeah, Flare just destroys any formation that has 2 enemies. You can just Flare. You can have your partner defend you, so nothing bad really happens. And just Flare, and you'll be done with it. Anyway, so yeah, Pazuzu, he came up a little bit quicker than I thought. He's already here. Alright, so Pazuzu, starting on turn 5, he's going to be using Psycho Shield, which gives him a full turn of reflecting magic. You do not want to hit him with magic while he's doing that, because he's going to just blast you with the full damage. He also has that Sky Attack, or maybe that's Pile Driver, I think. Anyway, it hits both characters fairly hard, and should one-shot Ben if anything happens to Kaylee. After the first Psycho Shield, he'll be doing it every 4 turns. So during the whole turn that he's reflecting magic is actually a really great time to heal up. Use your seeds to get your spell charges back, because Ben actually only has 4 casts of Flare, I believe it is. So it actually lines up perfectly after the first round. He's casting Arrow. Oh no, you wanna... Oh wait, that was the... Never mind. Never mind. That was on purpose. He did that on purpose. Because he was out of wizard charges and didn't want to use a seed, because then he wouldn't be able to do anything on this turn anyway. So whenever Pazuzu uses the Psycho Shield, he always goes last, so you won't accidentally cast magic on him. But whenever the Psycho Shield goes down, he actually can go before or after Kaylee. So with Kaylee, you have to be a little bit careful not to cast magic on that turn, just in case she goes first. But since Benjamin is slow enough, you can just safely cast Flare with him and not have any danger of magic reflecting. Another thing to watch out for is that he has a Petrify attack. If he petrifies Kaylee, that's really scary, just because Ben is not going to go faster than Pazuzu. So if he decides to one-shot Ben after Kaylee's petrified, there's nothing you can do. Cucco's going into his dual hand fight here. Hopefully won't eat too many Doom Dances. Marsh seemed to have gotten through it pretty easily. Or I guess you could say lucky. I don't know. It's, you know, it's a mixture of both. Marsh not having too much issue on Pazuzu right now. He knows his Psycho Shield timing, so he's not going to accidentally cast Arrow. I say that, and I really hope he doesn't do it just because I said that. Leaving your partner on auto here is not a really bad idea at all, just because if Ben takes a death just like that, he'll get revived and still be able to do his Flare on the same turn, which worked out perfectly in this situation. Marsh taking out Pazuzu on the first try. He's going to go grab his last crystal, and we are getting on the last legs of the game here. Black belt, about that, I'm not sure. Well, I mean, if Ben is dead, sure, that makes sense. If he's not dead, though, I'm pretty sure Auto Kaylee can still cast magic on Pazuzu. You can see Cucco trying out the heal strats on Dolahan, trying to get that paralyze off to make him skip a turn or so. I guess I didn't quite mention the other inventory glitch that happened right there. So if you go... Wait, he got it right, didn't he? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. I was just making sure. So at the end of Pazuzu's Tower, you actually want to have 0 heal potions because you need a cure potion to take its spot in the inventory. You buy 0 cure potions, use 1, and that actually glitches the Thunder Rock into your inventory, which lets you just skip the whole fetch quest section. But don't do that before Ruben joins your party, or else you will soft lock, because the event that makes Ruben join your party will not happen. So make sure you get the Thunder Rock, or make sure you recruit Ruben and then complete the glitch. So if Ruben actually shows us the proper way to use bombs, Phoebe could definitely learn a thing or two from him. We're gonna blow open a hole here. We're gonna go steal a ship, and there's a bunch of plot happening right now. Anyway, don't forget to talk to Kaylee there to get the captain's hat, because I guess you need that. It's an important plot thing. I don't know if the game explains it very well, or if I just wasn't paying much attention. Anyway, Marsha's gonna go tackle the Max ship dungeon, which is actually fairly short, and there's no like boss at the end. It's a little weird. Opting to go up to take the Naga fight rather than the other guy fight. I've seen someone do this before. It was a little strange because I hadn't seen anyone do it before, but I suppose it's not really that bad. So Ruben actually comes with the white spell, and while he's not as magically proficient as, say, Phoebe, it still, you know, helps out. This 2 Thanatos fight is what you want to be seeing, because Benjamin can just destroy both of them with Flare, no problem. So you can just have Ruben defend Benjamin so that he will eat any attacks that Benjamin would have taken, specifically Doom Dance. There's another enemy composition that you can get when you fight these Thanatos enemies, and that one is just awful enough that you want to run away until you get this duo Thanatos formation. Pretty good luck, didn't have to reset any of these fights. I love this little tunnel March just went through. There's 3 enemies blocking 1 brown chest. Like, what would you even need? Alright, Cucco talking to his Pazuzu. Let's just hope he also gets a floor 6. I guess I didn't mention this earlier, that these gather enemies here, or these beholder enemies, they'll always use blind on their first turn, which is actually pretty beneficial. Not only do they not, you know, do damage, but you actually need to have 0 heal potions at the end of Pazuzu's tower. So if Kaylee is blinded, or blound, as we established earlier, she will, if she's on auto, she will just use a heal potion on herself. So you don't have to worry about menuing that off later. So Marsh actually picked up his Gaia's armor right before talking to the captain there, which, in addition to water and poison resist, also now gives him sleep and wind resistance. Very easy to get. You just, I mean, you're going into that room anyway. You just go over there and grab it. Alright, Marsh took his rest in the bed, he talked to Captain Mac, and we are off to the final dungeon, which is composed of just 4 mini dungeons from the previous areas. I think I saw a reflect over there on Cucco's side. He now knows that these enemies reflect magic, so don't do that. These ninjas can be a little bit dangerous. They have, I believe they have an instant kill attack, and they also have a self-destruct, which might as well be an instant kill. I don't think it one-shots Phoebe, but it definitely one-shots you. But they can also clone themselves, so if you don't take them all out at once, it's entirely possible that you'll just have to fight more. Is Marsh going to pick up the Aegis Shield? Yes, he is. He's going to spend the minute it takes to go take the safety of the Aegis Shield, which I think is fine, because I am also a new runner to this game, and I think the safety of that is amazing. I might change my mind later, but right now that's how I feel. So the Aegis Shield here gives you Petrify and Paralyze resistance. There are quite a few enemies that can petrify from here on, and one of the mini-bosses we'll be fighting can paralyze you at a very bad time. So it's super good. I mean I can't really understate it or overstate it enough. But of course, you know, it takes the whole minute to go get it, so you'll definitely see some of the top runners just, you know, ignore it because they let RNG decide. Alright, so this mini boss here, I'm sure there's a whole spiel I could go through, but it's not immune to life, so you can just kill it. It's also not immune to exit, so you can do that too. It's unfortunate though whenever these one of these shadow guys clones themselves right after you take out the boss, because then you have to go one extra round. Any idea why Marsh is playing with that HUD? Do you mean the it's really just player preference. If you mean the life bars at the bottom, it's player preference really. Personally, I like the numbers just because you can much easierly, that was a word actually, it's much easier to tell what your partner will do on auto, since they will cure you if you fall below half health. It's much easier to tell when you are at half health. Oh gosh, Cucco is not having a good fight here. Either life missed or he did something wrong. Then Ben got petrified, and then he got crit by fire. And then that's gonna do it. So this ice section revisit could be a little confusing your first time through. You just have to go the right way, which I mean is an obvious thing to say. But, you know, you gotta go the right place, hit the statues to open up doors that are on the opposite side. Yeah, if you can still calculate how much health you have. Each of the thicker bars at the bottom represents 40 health. I mean, it is still definitely possible to tell if you have half health or not, just based on how many you're missing. Cucco is in the hellway. I didn't see what number fight this was, but these are pretty dangerous. Oh, one tile lower. There you go. You can grab it. You can grab the grabbable pegs with the Dragon Claw. You can actually grab them from one tile further than your screen goes, above and below. Okay, that was the second fight, so just one more. Nice. The enemies in these refight areas are actually the exact enemies that are in the lesser areas. They're not like powered up versions or anything. They are just the versions. They have very low amounts of health, but they usually come with a nasty enemy or two that, so they just kind of act as fodder to make your multi-hit target moves, you know, not always effective against the actual strong enemy. So this boss, the Stone Golem here, he also is not immune to exit. You can't life him like you could the skeleton dragon from earlier, but you can just exit and immediately end it, unless this happens. Oh wait, well he still got him, but is he gonna survive? Nope. Oh wait, he got the Aegis Shield! Never mind, he's fine! Good job, Marsh. That's why you get the Aegis Shield. I love it, dude. I'm gonna get made fun of from the good runners for saying that, but but I like it. So now on to the lava dome section that we never saw before, but it looks like this, a lake of, I don't know, Cheese Whiz or something. These Cerberus enemies you'll see on the left side are actually pretty dangerous. They have a Petrify attack, and well, I mean, when you have the Aegis Shield, I guess it doesn't really mean that much, does it? Anyway, they're weak to fire, so Flare just absolutely destroys them. He did pick up the Aegis Shield. He has it. Like, even if there's 3 Cerberus, one Flare will still take them all out, because they're just that weak to fire. It's kind of weird for an enemy named Cerberus to be weak to fire, I think. That doesn't really jive with most video games I've seen Cerberus in. But, you know, it's Mystic Quest. You can do it at once. These big guys resist fire, so you kind of have to go to Meteor for your backup spell if something happens to Phoebe and she can't clean them up. So this Cerberus fight specifically is actually, you don't have to fight it to get to the boss, but you do have to fight it on the return trip. So you'll see most runners probably prompt opt to, holy cow, what just happened there? Okay, see ya. I like how on the give up, he went down to yes and then went back. That was a little scary. Nope, it won't work this time. Alright. Oh, they widened the party. Okay, I was wondering how he took 1,000 damage. No, don't go down. Okay, go to the right. Yeah, that's actually the return trip. You can just fight him now so you don't have to seed up after the boss to take that out. or Cure Up or whatever. So you might as well just do it now and just have a clear path on the way back. And Cucco's trying to figure out exactly where to go here. You want to go to the right, not down. You want to go to the right and fight that guy, and then head downward. Marsh is not moving for a second. His timer's still moving, so his stream isn't frozen. Yeah, don't worry. I'll speech recognition and I'll play both at the same time. Left screen, walk north. Bathroom break is possible. Alright. Left Goon Kid to A2. Oh, see, it worked. There it goes. He's jumping into the boss. You want to heal yourself, I think. Alright. So, here's the Twin Head Wyvern fight. He has a pretty nasty attack that he uses at high H. I think he only uses it at high HP that can paralyze you. But he has the Aegis Shield, so it doesn't matter. He has a pretty nasty fire attack, and since you don't have fire resistance, it actually does a pretty good chunk of damage. He's weak to arrow, and he takes less damage from flare, as you would expect. But other than the paralyze move, I don't know if he has any like specific crippling status effects. You can see that how much damage that fire attack did. It was crazy. This battle music, yeah, it's pretty rocking. The sheer number of boss battles in this game makes it so you don't go long without hearing it again. But they're just long enough apart to where like, oh man, I really want to hear that battle music again. Oh, here it is. Marsh is not healing. He's going all out with Phoebe on damage. Holy moly, you see that? He skipped his final damage sprite and just took him out. See you later, dude. Maybe he was counting health or something, because I felt like that was a risk, but there was no problems. He knew exactly what he was doing. Bubba, I absolutely agree. I really love the Dark King fight, and that is very unfortunate. You just wreck him so quickly. Got a bit unlucky there with the Cerberus. By the way, I love the Cerberus overworld sprite. Those three little dog fluff balls just wiggling. It's really cute. Uh-oh. Is he dead? He's dead. The combo? The Petrify ally self-destruct. Alright, DarkCucco picked up his Mega Grenades. Or, I'm sorry, he has the Mega Grenades already. He needs to use them right there. Good. So, he picked up his Flare. Yeah, that's it. So he needs to walk up. No, walk up, dude. You gotta find out your floor 6 fate. These Chimera enemies here, the two of them that are on Marshe's side, are actually strong against fire. So you don't want to use Flare on them, because even though it will take out the Cerberus on the right, you just kind of want to use Meteor to make sure everyone goes down at once. There you go. All three of these enemies have an instant kill attack. Oh, and the Thanatos have Cure too. What a bunch of jerks. Which floors? Marshe had a 6, and Cucco is on the cusp of figuring out if he has a 6. He just needs to go up and check. Oh no, come on dude, go up. No, don't go this way. Oh wait, did he check already and I just missed it? Ah crap, I think I missed it. Why is there so much difference in the time? DarkCucco is a fairly new runner to the game. He's just not as experienced. But that's perfectly fine. This tournament is open to people of all skill levels. So when you see someone like me, when I do my matches, and I do awful, you can make fun of me for that, because I know exactly what I'm getting into. And all the players do. Joining this and knowing about Pazuzu RNG is something you just gotta deal with. Oh, he didn't get a floor 6. Crap. Well, alright then. This is your second run ever? That's awesome. I've only done, like, races of this game. I don't know if I've ever ran this on my own. But shoutouts to you for sticking through it. It's not a floor 5. Floor 5 is the 3rd fastest. One, please. Yeah, one's the best you can hope for at this point. Marshe looked like he had a little trouble with his minis right there. But that sounds like you used up all of your luck practicing, so when you start getting actual runs, it might not go so hot. Marshe is rapidly approaching the true final boss of the game, Za, who is, I guess, Pazuzu's less healthy but stronger brother. I think DarkCucco might be playing along with the speedrunning FAQ, which is perfectly fine. That's exactly how I did it too. So that's why his movements might seem kind of slow. He's just making sure he's going the right direction. So going into the Za fight here, I believe Za actually starts his Psycho Shield on the 4th turn and then continues every 4 turns. Whoa, that was scary. So he is Doom Dance, who can just outright kill, you know, either player instantly. And when that happens to Phoebe, that's awful, because you have no way of reviving your partner. Floor 4 for Cucco. So, you know, definitely not the best, but, you know, definitely not the worst either. So if you're lucky, Za here will actually use... He can use his... Oh, hold on. That's unfortunate, Doom Dance. See you later, Phoebe. And it begins. Oh, well, see ya. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, he can actually use his Psycho Shield like as an attack, and I've been told it's actually a bugged move. He shouldn't be able to do it. It does 1 damage to both characters, and that's it. I suppose it can crit for 2, so that might be dangerous in some situations. But I've been told it's actually a bugged defense down move. Like, it only exists on this version of the game. Anyway, you want him to use that because that is entirely non-threatening. But of course, even with a bugged move that does nothing, he can still, you know, just lock you to no end with his Doom Dances and high damage output. Oh, nice dodge. You dodged the dance of his people. So Cucco is going to walk over here and hit the switch. That'll make Pazuzu not go, I think, downward whenever he talks to him. So he'll have to go talk to him after hitting the switch, and then he'll have to... Pazuzu will move to floor 5, and then he'll just have to move through, back through the dungeon as if Pazuzu, you know, was on floor 5. Kind of a long trek to walk, but I mean, that's how you gotta do it. Marge taking out Zoa on his second fight. Not too bad. At least his first death wasn't really that long. Like, it didn't take that long to get to the, you know, the fail part. So it's faster just to hop down the holes there onto this section and walk back up than it is to, you know, walk through the whole thing. Alright, Cucco hit a switch. Now he needs to walk all the way back, like a very far amount back through the dungeon. Okay, we'll talk about the final boss on Marshe's side here because it's gonna go really quick. This final boss, he's vulnerable to cure, and by vulnerable I mean the game doesn't handle numbers very well. So you just need to turn 1. He's gonna cure with Ben and defend with Phoebe. Then he's gonna cure with both characters, and then he's gonna repeat turn 1, and that should do it, unless something awful goes wrong, like Phoebe getting crit and almost dying. Oh, don't defend. Use cure. There you go. Uh-oh. Okay, that's a problem, because Phoebe needs to cure before Ben this turn. I'm pretty sure. So he may actually need to die and restart. He's trying to just attack with cure, but I don't think this is going to work. Okay, yeah, that's fine. No, you gotta defend. What is that damage? That is the magic of numbers on the Super Nintendo. Or maybe just this game specifically. Yeah, his health is overflowing into damage, is what's happening. You're curing him to death. Cucco needs to go upwards and loop back around the 7th floor, and then head back down to the 5th floor. Oh no, you were going the right way. Don't go this way. No, don't fight that guy. No. Oh, that's it. Marsh is done. It's time. Nice. MarsheValias is finished in first place with a time of 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 38 seconds. GG. Sub 210, just barely. Very nice. He needs to go back into the Dark King fight so we can hear the music, I think. That'd probably be the best idea right now. Yo, I think he's going to be joining me here in the commentary booth. Give him a little post-game wrap-up. You can come in, dude. He's in the waiting room, but I can't drag him in here. Get in here, dude. I want to talk to you. Hey, how's it going?
Yo! Now I need to mute the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap.
That was a race PB for you. Is that better
That's
than
a
your...
PB for me.
That's an actual PB.
Yeah, my last PB was 213 and some change when I raced Cyclone.
Yeah, 213.06 is what RaceBot says.
Yep, and now it is, well, 209.37. That was nuts. It's like I wasn't expecting a PB at all, because it's like the chances of me getting 6-floor Pazuzu in 2 runs, let alone 2 races in a row.
I mean, you just gotta get lucky every time and you'll be fine.
Exactly, that's all it is. You just gotta have the best luck, just, you know, use that luck glitch in Castlevania Symphony of the Night and you'll be good. it works IRL. Oh man, that was crazy though.
You took a... Oh gosh, it was one fight you took a big risk on. At least I thought it was a risk, and I don't remember which fight it was. But I thought you were gonna get blasted, but you ended up just taking out the... Oh, I think it was Ghidra. Maybe it been Ghidra.
It might have been Ghidra, but I did take a couple risks with like the Stone Golem when Phoebe got petrified.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Aegis Shield.
Yeah, that's why I get it. Because after like 2 or 3 times of it blocking a stone attack, it's already paid its worth.
That was, if you go back and watch, you'll see me say, oh no, but it got petrified at the end. But he got the Aegis Shield. Right.
Well, no, actually, I've had the race up the entire time. I've been listening to it the entire time because I want to see how DarkCucco was doing, because I knew he was new.
Yeah,
He's doing pretty well.
He's doing a lot better, I believe, than his previous race.
Yeah, I saw his previous race. I'm really hoping he gets a sub 3.
Oh, I think he's well on pace to do that as long as Pazuzu doesn't give him the business.
Yeah. And honestly, lately I've been noticing less Pazuzu giving you the business, more Za. It's like I came in here because after I fought Twin Head, which cost me about a minute because my Wiimote decided to die.
I don't know what actually happened. Someone joked about that, but I wasn't quite sure if that's what it was or not.
No, that's exactly what happened. Because I went to press the button. I was like, after I finished the fight, I go to hold up. It's like, I'm not moving. I look down at the Wiimote that my controller's connected to. There's no light on it. I was like, oh no, no.
Oh my god.
So that cost me about a minute trying to make sure that, because when I put new batteries in it, it wasn't connecting. So I had to go to my Wii, which is on the other side of the table I've got here. So that took me about a minute and a half. That was, so much fun.
It's still a PB, even with,
technical
difficulties.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I can't be too upset with it. There was a couple things that killed me, like those the two Cerberus with their suicide buddy.
Yes. The unfortunate Dark King fight at the end there.
Yeah, but that, I mean, at most, I think that cost me 20 seconds, 25 seconds. It wasn't too bad.
Nah,
The longest part was after I used Cure the second time, just sitting there waiting for him to finish talking. Oh, how amusing. Okay,
funny.
yeah, it doesn't take someone 10 seconds to say that.
It's funny on his second turn if he decides to use the life drain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go through all that again.
Exactly. I'm gonna fight him normally because I can.
Oh yeah, do it. Cucco, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
So,
oh no, he used life on the wrong person.
well, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, this has to do it.
He's
Oh
doesn't have
no!
Oh.
Oh no, right at the end.
Oh man. Yeah, when it comes down to healing, if you got two people that are low and you need to heal one, you gotta heal Kaylee or your partner. If it's Ruben, who cares? Let him lay on the ground. He's not that good. Or Tristram. Screw that guy.
Screw that guy. I agree.
It's like if it wasn't for him, I would have got the Dragon Claw in the very beginning of the game. Oh man, that was nuts though. I did not come into this expecting the PB. I mean, I came in expecting to do well because I wanted to practice something other than floor 6. But if the game's gonna give me floor 6, I'm gonna use it.
Why not, right? No, I'll just go down to floor 2, you know, just to humor the game. But I guess it really wants to give me floor 6. I'll go do floor 6.
I mean, if I wasn't so... I mean, my splits the entire time, except for, I want to say, the Minotaur. Yeah, no, except for the very first split, I was ahead. I was only behind on Minotaur because I died.
Yeah, that's I mean, the crits will do that, I guess.
Right?
Not really much you can do.
No. And I had one strat that I used when I was first playing the game because I was really getting tired of Kaylee getting stoned. As soon as I'd get her, I'd save and quit and reset the game.
To give her that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decent buff at that point because, I mean, she doesn't lose a whole lot from not having the other gear. But, yeah, for the run itself, it's not necessary. It's been a while since I've seen... Oh, well.
Oh yeah, he turns into a spider. Not just a giant monster.
Exactly. I like how I'm 2 levels above Vivi and she has 40 HP more than I do.
Wait, what? What the hell?
Yeah, aside from Kaylee, the first time you get her, everyone else's levels do not match their HP or their HP bars.
Oh wow, I didn't actually know that.
Well, yeah, because when you get Tristram, he's at level 7 and he has like 10 of them. So Phoebe here, she has enough health for Benjamin to be at level 37. But, alright, let's see. He's getting him back down.
Oh, good life timing. I think if he goes the safe route and heals here, he will definitely be fine. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Yeah, he'll be fine here. He's got it.
Uh-oh. Don't sky attack again. Alright, good. Oh, this was the shield turn, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah, there are some rare occasions where I will let Kaylee be on auto. If I know that I'm gonna get Well, if I know that we're below half health, she's just gonna heal anyway, so you can just let her go.
Right. It really doesn't matter which one she uses as long as she uses one.
That's exactly right. Oh, Phoebe died.
Oh, good thing you have life.
Right? Okay, she can stay confused. I don't give a.
Oh, I guess I didn't explain earlier, but you actually don't need to pick up the sky coin from the chest there after Pazuzu because you already have one. You kind of.
In fact, you have 4.
Yeah, you do. You have 3 up there and 1 down there. Alright, he's remembering to use his heal potions here. Usually, you get them used during the beholder section because Kaylee will automatically use one if she's on auto. But if something happens and that doesn't, you know, you gotta manually use them.
Oh, yeah.
Buy 0, but don't use them yet. Gotta go get Ruben first, and then you can use them. Stairway? Ruben joins, you drink a cure potion, and that becomes a rock. So you hand it to this guy, and he's like, oh, whoa, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Oh, man.
This part was a little confusing for me at first, like the plot triggers you have to hit first.
Oh, yeah. No, that's definitely understandable. I actually accidentally soft-locked it a couple times when I was first learning it.
Oh, wow.
So I've decided from here on, I'm just, at least until I get a lot more comfortable with it, I'm just going to go right to auto, talk to him, get Ruben in my group, go to the inn, use my cure potion, or get the cure potions.
I'll just get him after Ruben. That
Exactly. Just to be on the safe side, because if I get him, I'm going to be tempted to use him.
Right, I understand that.
Oh, yeah, that might have been me, Neon. I accidentally switched my scenes on OBS. And once again, Ruben showing us that he knows how to use bombs and Phoebe does not.
It's a shame that all he did was jump off a bridge. He could have taught us how to learn how to use bombs much sooner in the game.
Right. I really wish you did get some better well, not really. Well, 2 of the partners, I really wish they were better in the game, because, I mean...
Tristan and Tristan?
Well, Tristan... Well, I guess Tristan is worse. Ruben's definitely a lot better. At least when you use him in this run, he actually has white, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Alright, so let's say he's got about half an hour. Depending on how he goes on his menus and whatnot.
Is the upper fight here faster than the lower one?
Not necessarily, I don't think. It really depends on how you do it. I've actually never done it. I imagine that, does it always give you 2 chimeras?
I don't know. If it does, I could see that being better, or at least a little more consistent.
Yeah. So yeah, if it always gives you 2 chimeras, I guess that would technically be faster because you could just have Ruben defend you and just use Meteor.
Meteor, yeah.
Same with the 2 Thanatos, just defend and... Although I guess on the bright side, since Ruben used white, they both ended up curing themselves, but that takes longer, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. This is the fight composition you want to run from. Oh no, don't try to fight him. Oh no, that guy's gonna reflect his magic.
Oh, he's got the... Okay, I'm definitely behind. I'm looking at the actual race stream right now.
Yeah, I'm on the commentary stream. He's about to flare himself, and he doesn't have fire resistance. Oh, he's dead. It's fine though, Ruben can clean this up.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
That's Marsh, you nut.
Yeah. I am glad that my new current PB is with the name Kid. That makes me a little happy.
Someone used Tristram as their name the other day. So it was, that's Tristram, you nut. It's a little confusing.
That actually is kind of funny. Like, that's Tristram, you nut. I could see it like that. Yeah, and I feel like the more DarkCucco plays this, the more he'll get used to the menus, and say it does kind of get the feeling that he is looking at the guide as he's going along.
Yeah,
with
and
the
I can
occasional pauses.
I can absolutely relate to that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're first starting out, you got to learn how the game goes at least until you get it down to mostly memory. There's going to be some things that throw you off because, like, well, this has never happened before. That'll happen multiple times in runs of this game.
Yeah, there's still a lot of enemy compositions that I don't remember the best strats for.
Right. Hey, there's our buddy, the exploding ninja. I didn't miss you.
Oh, go grab the armor, dude. Don't talk to Mac yet. Go grab the armor. Actually, oh no. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter as long as you don't exit.
It'll automatically take you out.
No way.
Yeah, it does. So he'd have to go back down to get the armor.
Oh no!
Oh.
No. You nut.
Oh man. Still can't believe my Wiimote just died on me. I checked the batteries when I first started it.
I mean, that's unfortunate, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Is he gonna go get it? I don't think he is.
Probably.
Is he just gonna say screw it?
Well, he's gonna have to go back to the ship anyways. Maybe he will.
Well, that's true. Yeah, because you get the ship yourself, and then there's no monsters there, so you can just walk down there and grab it.
Exactly. I'll let our good buddy Demo Play run my side.
Maybe he'll die this time.
Hey, one can only hope. Although Demo Play is completely such a cheater. There's 99 casts of his spells.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you look at it. And here, I'm not actually sure if it is quicker to actually take the in use or just walk down there normally. I would say it's probably about this. It's close to the same.
It's probably close to the same, but you also don't have to, after walking, you don't have to menu and seat up, I suppose.
Yeah.
If you still need to.
Yeah, it's really two quick presses of A, and you're pretty much there.
Alright, what's he gonna do? You gonna go get the armor? No, he's not!
Like, I'm half tempted to go to his chat and tell him to go get the armor.
Oh, that's kind of scary. That's, I believe that's sleep and wind resistance he's missing out on.
Yep. And just defense to begin with, because all he's got right now is the noble armor. So actually, I can take a look and see what the differences is in the equipment. I'll pull that up right quick so we can see. I have everything on here. Armor. So Gaia's armor protects from water and poison, wind and sleep. So yeah, it adds wind and sleep to that. Also, it's only 3 extra points of defense, but the wind and sleep are the biggest things there.
Yeah, definitely. Doesn't Za have windstorm? Is that it?
Yep. And then, yeah, picking up the Aegis shield, yeah, gets rid of stone, and I'm not sure what that icon is. but it's an extra 14 defense that you have nothing of because you never picked up a shield to begin with. Well, no, you got the steel shield.
The little sun-looking thing, I believe, is Petrify.
No, that's what the rock is.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Paralyzed.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I heard you say it earlier, I just forgot. But yeah, the Cupid Locket really saves you there, because there's so many times where you get confused. It's just irritating.
Oh, yeah. Those stupid dogs. And they're barking.
Right.
How does Phoebe use a shield with a bow?
It's strapped to her arm. I guess. That's the only thing I can imagine, actually.
It still
Never
feels
thought
like
about
it'd be
that.
awkward.
It might be. It depends on how heavy it is, I guess.
Maybe it's on her back under her robe.
Maybe. I mean, the only thing I can imagine if it would be like strapped to her forearm to not get in the way of her hand. I don't.
Maybe it actually isn't that big.
Maybe. Also, I don't want to think too hard about things in this game because I mean, there's not a whole lot of anything to it.
Oh, there's not a whole lot of consistent lore.
No, it's like, oh, my village is gone, and I'm never gonna speak of that again.
Also,
But
the prophecy is made up, and there's a statue of me here.
Yep. Who needs consistency? But I gotta say, I think my favorite thing in this entire run, it's not even a big thing, it's when you're going through the Pazuzu part, the Zub part, that little Cerberus that's just sitting at the top of those stairs,
You dodged
acting
him.
like is in your way.
Oh, that poor dog.
Well, I mean, I don't know, he's not too poor, he doesn't get killed.
Give him the jutes.
Oh, I did kill him in this one. Oh well. Oh, man.
Oh, do the monsters in Doom Castle... Oh, no, you just reloaded your save.
Yeah, I reloaded my original playthrough.
Gotcha.
I was actually really excited back in the day when I found out that this was on the Wii Shop, because I have no idea what happened to my cart.
Oh, man.
I ended up picking up another cart, but I ended up giving that to someone because I was using this for the speed run. This works just fine.
Well, you know, until the battery runs out.
You know what? That's a fair point. Though, to be fair, that's the only time that's ever happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so far. I'll say that now. As of now, that's the only time that's ever happened during a run. I usually pay pretty close attention to that. If there's 3 or more lights on it flashing when I go to turn it on, it's good. If there's 2, I'm gonna switch out batteries.
Good idea.
Yeah, generally. Oh. Yeah, I cannot wait to highlight this. And actually, I want to take a quick look at the leaderboards for this right quick. See exactly where that puts me now. Because my last PB, when I was racing Cyclone, that put me, I want to say, in 19th place. And last time I checked, all of a sudden I'm at 23rd. So there's been a lot of new runs coming in. And it looks like I'm
back to 20th.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, I'm glad that there's so many people playing this again. It's actually kind of nice. Yeah, and there's a huge range of people that are in like the 209s, the 205s.
Oh wow, yeah, there are.
And my old time is still on the leaderboards at 34th place. I can't get rid of that because it's a different account, I guess. I think it got transferred because there was another site that the leaderboards were on a couple of years ago.
Oh, I see. You're saying, yeah.
Yeah, so the ones that are basically just, well, there's no color to them. It's just thin black font. Those are all the ones that would have gotten transferred, but I'm not sure how that would have happened. Whatever. So anyone above 34th place is actually lower by 1.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah. Neat. Alright, so... At this point, the only thing I can really hope for, I'm really hoping DarkCucco gets his sub 3. Because I think he said this was, if I saw it in chat earlier, this is his second run ever.
That's what he said, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, that's not bad at all. I want to say my first run playing through this game, at least doing the 80%, I think I had like I was in the high 2s, but I was already really familiar with the game itself. So that definitely helps.
Yeah, I was the same way. My first, like, actual run that wasn't with the,
Guide?
The guide, yes. My first run that wasn't just walking through with the guide was in one of the Mystic Monday races.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I did fairly okay with not needing to check it out. Let's see. So if this is Cucco's second run, then his first run was a 3:31.27. So he is well on pace to get a much better time right now.
Oh yeah. I just hope him not picking up the armor from Max Ship doesn't end up messing or screwing him over.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't remember how many enemies actually have a sleep attack at this point.
Not that many that really use a sleep attack, but wind. There's still a couple of them that use wind. And the biggest one being Zuh.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to basically try to mitigate as much damage from him as possible. The less you take, the better. But I mean, sometimes it also doesn't matter because Doom Dance is a thing that exists.
And, you know, having not wind resist may make Phoebe need to heal longer, which just prolongs, you know, the boss fight even longer, leaving more Doom Dances the chance.
Okay, so I'm gonna save these splits now so I can get ready to update them later. Ooh.
Oh, he didn't. I missed that. He didn't pick up the Aegis shield.
Yeah, he did. So he didn't pick up the Aegis shield or the. So, I mean, I'm not sure if I'll get to a point where I don't pick up the Aegis shield, just because the number of times it's actually come in use far outweighs the minute it takes to get it.
Right. I see exactly what you're saying.
I mean, there are times where, okay, yeah, I picked it up and nothing happened, but I guarantee if I hadn't picked it up, like stone. Like, no, I just don't feel like taking that chance.
It's funny that the safest... I would consider that, like, the most safety you get in the game as, like, an optional item. And I don't think it actually helps you at all on Za, does it?
I don't think Za actually uses Petrify.
Yeah, and both of his enemies just fall on the first turn, usually.
Yeah, you'll get the occasional moment where they'll actually attack you first. Sometimes you get lucky and you get the Chimera before he actually gets to use anything. But another thing I like doing when I'm doing this run is just walking up to these bosses before I heal, just to freak out anyone that's actually watching.
I saw you jumping at the wire and I was like, wait a second, is this controller acting up again?
I mean, you gotta have a little fun with it too.
Oh, definitely.
And I mean, if you can make some people like have to actually clench a little bit, you gotta have some fun with it.
Yeah, I tend to almost always like claw the enemies. Like you can hear the little click of the dragon claw going off like in the enemy's face.
Yeah, that's kind of something I did on purpose with Za. I walked up to him and kind of like punched him in the junk before I started the fight. It doesn't do anything, but it makes me feel a little better. Yeah,
he repaid you by doing dancing Phoebe.
Right, but on the bright side, he only did it the one time. The last couple times I fought, oh, I mean, when Cyclone and I did, I think we both died to him like 5 or 6 times a piece at least.
Mm-hmm.
We were. Heck, I think I spent 4 minutes. I think I ended up losing 4 minutes on my run just because of that. Oh, okay, and Twin Head Wyvern also uses Arrow. He's weak against Arrow, but he uses it.
Oh.
So there's some damage mitigation.
I like how you skip the entire last damage phase with that one white cast.
Yeah, his last phase doesn't have that much HP. Because he's got like 1, 2, 3, 4? I want to say 4 of them. Because the first one, the head goes down. Second one, he faces you. Third one, he's down. Or fourth one, he's down. Math.
That was
it's
weird.
A math amount.
That was weird what happened there then. Because I think yours went down with just one white cast, I believe, from the third to the final.
Yeah, he was.
But
I don't know exactly how much HP he has, but he was down low enough. The final one has, I want to say, about 1,800 points,
well,
so he's probably just barely low enough.
Cucco just used white on the final phase, and it didn't kill him.
Oh.
Unless my restream was acting up. That's what I thought it saw. I don't know. I might be going crazy.
You know what? This game also just might not make sense. There's also that.
Entirely possible.
Go right, Cucco. Go right.
He didn't peek through the door. He went around and not crawled through the little crawl space.
Oh, yeah. I just saw it was like he was just thinking.
Uh-oh. Are these doggies gonna play nice?
And from where he's sitting at right... Oh, no, the doggies are not going to play nice. Okay, don't heal him. Just use white. Just use white. You'll be fine. There you go. Yeah, he's doing really good for his second run ever. I know when we were talking before. He said he was doing like segments, like learning segments of it, and I think at that point he'd only just barely completed one run, or maybe he was trying to get a run done. But I feel like the first run he actually completed was against Cyclone.
The first full segment, yeah.
Yeah. Which, playing small chunks of it to learn how each part works, and actually playing through the full thing at once, it is two completely different animals. And, okay, he uses Meteor.
Oh, don't go up.
Oh, yeah. So, that one segment I had earlier where I had just come up to, when I was fighting two chimeras and one of those doggos, when it looked like I was having trouble with the menu, I was actually just going back to make sure that I'd used Meteor, because I couldn't actually remember if I'd used that in the last fight or not, because I remember everything dying in the first round. It's like, I didn't use Flare, did I? And I didn't.
Oh, well, there's that.
Nope. Nope, yep, there's Stone. And Stone. See, boom. Mega Shield would have saved you right there. But I think he's already been stoned a couple times, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, nice. He poked his head through the door. He did the return crawl space. I just hope he dodges the dog at the end.
Yeah, overall, I would say, like, the race itself, I mean, yeah, it wasn't, of course, it wasn't that close. We kind of had a feeling it wasn't going to be from the beginning. But at the same time, it's like, at this point, it's just, I wanted to have a good run. And I want, as long as Cucco gets a PB.
Yeah,
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's certainly important. And I don't think he's going to have any issue doing it.
Oh, I hope not. With this last one being, what was it, 331 I see on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I can't see it taking 45 minutes to fight like the next 6 enemies and then Zug and then the Dark King. Even if Zug gives him some problems, which I have a feeling he's gonna.
Yeah, the windstorm danger really.
Yeah.
It's real.
And even though it's not much, just a little bit of extra damage mitigation you get from the Aegis Shield and the Gaia Armor, it does help. And neither of those are really too far out of the way. I toyed with the idea of trying to go get the Apollo Helm, but I mean, by the time you get to it, there's only a few things that actually use fire.
There's like wire and what, maybe? I don't even know if the Cerberus actually spit fire.
They don't, as far as I've ever seen.
Yeah,
oh no, now they do. I think they do.
Oh, do they?
It's not that strong though. But the Manticores, they're already a pain as it is, so it's not worth it. They're either gonna stone you or they're gonna just kill you. That Manticore room, and I do like how you call it the Hellway. That's not a hallway. That hallway is hell. So hallway.
Yeah, I don't even know if fire would really help you all that much there. I mean, unless they like double fire on Ben, I don't think it's gonna.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna prevent any situation that would have happened anyway.
Yeah, I don't see that happening really. Oh man.
Bad paralyze. It should be fine. Whoa, that was kind of scary.
Oh boy.
Alright, do the dog dodge. Nice. Oh, yes, you did it.
Okay, good. I was hoping he'd know to do that. I giggle a little bit every time I walk past us. Like, you tried.
Alright, 2 more fights until the true final boss.
Indeed. I mean, the Dark King can get you a little bit. It's not often he does it, but he can. Like, I died to him. That's the first time I've died to him in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But As soon as you know you're gonna die, just...
Yeah, the fight's just short enough, and you know when things are gonna go wrong very quickly that, I mean, it's not much time loss.
Oh, that confusion. Huh. Usually whenever I get Phoebe confused, she usually protests by lighting herself on fire.
Enex, I don't think there's been a sub 2 yet in the tournament.
Yeah,
so,
sub 2s require
it's probably
a lot
going to
of luck.
happen.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, it does require a lot of things to go well. And I do feel like it just about requires a 6-4 Pazuzu. It's like either like you have a couple things that go wrong and you get a 6-4 Pazuzu, or everything goes right and you get maybe a first or fifth floor Pazuzu.
Was the 2 or 3 last night, was that a 4-6?
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to catch it. I was at work.
Oh man, I want to go check.
Yeah, because I was originally planning on seeing about doing commentary for the run that was originally scheduled to be for tonight, but that got moved. I was talking to Fiesel about that. He told me, he's like, well, there's a spot open on Wednesday night. It's like, I work. I'll be taking those. Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's really nice. The world record is 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 57 seconds by Elmigus.
Yep, and that was during a race. I think during that race his stream even cut out for a short time.
That time is actually 5 minutes faster than second place.
Right. I mean, with Elmigus getting it, I wasn't surprised by that. I watched the VOD of that run like 2 days after it happened. But
there's ooh, good.
Okay, alright. And sometimes in this kind of a situation, I feel like it's a good idea to have... Oh, that's close. Yeah. Alright, come on, Zub. Be nice.
Nice. Good attack. Oh, Hurricane does not one-shot then without wind resist.
Oh, good to know. Yeah, it does like 3 times the damage it would have, though. But I mean, either way, this is the kind of fight where if you start taking any damage, you pretty much want to heal it up right away.
Yo, this is the new meta. Just skip the guide armor. You don't need those 4 steps or whatever.
Yeah, it's just the thing with that. I feel like it's worth it because it's right there. You don't really go that far to... It's not far out of your way. It's right in front of you.
Yeah, if it was much further than that, I don't know, but right there, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's like in the Bone Dungeon when you go get the Steel Shield. If something takes much longer than that part, because that's about 8 seconds. If you go through it like fluidly, if it takes much longer than that, I'm probably gonna skip it.
Mm-hmm.
Except for with the exception for the Aegis Shield, because yeah, that has saved my runs more often than it's killed them.
Boom, is this gonna be it?
Come on.
Yo, in there. He's gonna sub 3.
Sweet.
Go, dude, go! Don't look at the guide. Go, you got this. Yeah, keep going.
All right, and he's level 22. It's a level above what I was at, but you can still do the exact same strat and it works the exact same way. Just go.
Yeah, I hope he knows to take off the claw.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely needs to put on the bomb. The bomb, I don't think the axe does anything either, but the bomb is just
Yeah, bomber axe will work just fine. The reason you don't want to put the sword on is that I believe you have a very small chance of going before Phoebe, and you actually need Phoebe's cure to go off first.
Oh,
on the
absolutely.
One turn that you both do it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give him a few tips on here later on, because
no, Cucco, you gotta talk to the statue.
yeah, you don't have a choice. You have to talk to it. Like, yeah, it looks like it's only it's blocking everything off. Go talk to the statue, my friend.
Go, go, go. You're gonna do it. I believe in you. Oh, he didn't do the fancy walk behind the pillar. It's just weird to see his sprite suddenly disappear.
Right?
I like doing that.
Yeah,
right.
good. Like the few little sprite glitches that are in this are just so entertaining.
Oh no, dude, no! You gotta take the claw off. The claw isn't gonna do it.
We'll see. Maybe he'll get lucky. I don't think that'll work, but we'll see.
Unless he forgot the Cupid locket. I didn't see.
Oh! He did it. Well, I see it on the race timer. He got it.
What? Oh my gosh. Yo, GG to DarkCucco finishing. Oh, go ahead.
So it did work.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I had a feeling it would. I'm glad it did.
Why is bomb important? You want to have the bomb or the axe equipped because the claw actually gives you 5 magic, which can mess up the numbers when you're healing him to death.
I love that term, healing him to death.
Yeah.
Oh man, actually, I'm curious. I want to see how much cure does at level 36.
Oh gosh. So
see if we can get DarkCucco in here.
Yeah, let's see if you can get in here. I just got to do this whole thing. Where's the number? 2 hours 56 minutes and 47 seconds, which beat his other run by 34 minutes and 40 seconds, which is a great PB.
Oh yeah, that is beautiful.
And hey, how's it going? How you feeling?
GA, I'm feeling great. I went in this with the mindset I want a sub 3 hour run.
Yo, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was amazing.
We got a little worried when you didn't pick up the armor in front of Mac.
Oh yeah, I noticed it too late, but it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. We were worried because that gives you wind resistance, and we knew that Zilla had a wind attack, but it didn't seem to kill you outright, so I guess it was fine.
Yeah. That was we were through a lot better than I was expecting it once I saw the oh man. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly how Zilla treated it. Oh wow. At level 36 it only takes 4 rounds of cure. Or was that 5? I don't know. But that was great either way. It's like both runners PB. Can't hate that. It's always a good thing to have. And I was you really were close to that sub 3 and you got it. So that was amazing.
Yeah. It was interesting the run later on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know when I went to the exit battlefield, I went in there with the mindset just like, okay, I'm probably gonna get like 5 or 6 Sphinxes.
You got like 1 or 2, didn't you?
I got 1. There was 3 gold splits I had in this run.
I stopped to count the exit battlefield after the 5th swings.
Oh no.
So it was really okay. Another one. 2 in a row. 3 in the first 6. Yay.
That's Mystic Quest for you.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. And no, Phil, no, I did not lose. I got my PB. It was a very good run. Just popped up in my chat. Ooh. All right. That looked very weird on the on the speed gaming stream. My host alert.
Oh gosh.
All right, so I don't know if we have anything coming up after this, do we?
At 7 p.m., which is in about 2 hours from now, Mega Man X3 will be on this channel. And then at 9 p.m., Mega Man X2 Chase for the Record will be on this channel. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Neat.
The next Mystic race Mystic Quest race specifically is scheduled for the 2nd at 10 a.m. But I think we're gonna have a little issues with restreaming them. I think there's some people that are talking about maybe getting a restream available, but I believe since SGDQ time's going on,
yeah,
people are gonna be super busy, and we'll get them figured out.
Oh yeah, Kroll's doing 2 of them in a row.
Yeah, I know Riku Player and Natar are entertaining the idea of getting restreams for those. So I guess we'll see how that turns out.
Well, either way, SRL will show us what happens. All right. Well, I think that's just about it for now. It's damn good runs.
Yeah. Cucco, you got anything else you want to add in?
No, nothing specific. Nothing to my
Okay. But yeah, super congrats on sub-3ing your 2nd run. That was really good. And very big props for entering the tournament with such little experience and keeping at it.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, that's a whole part of the thing, too. It's open to everyone. So, because, I mean, from what I've seen, the Mystic Quest community hasn't been exactly that large. And this is helping it expand. So, I mean, we're getting new people. Not everyone's going to be great. That's how it happens anytime someone starts.
And that is A-okay.
Exactly. I mean, you got tons of people here who are more than happy to give advice. That's one of the things I love about this. It's not really like like we hate each other competition. It's we want everyone to do better. It's like I want someone to beat me. I want someone to beat my time. It's like the more people that are in it, the more fun we have, the more competitions we can do, and it's just fun.
Yeah, nobody wishes a floor 2 on anyone else.
Well, if my buddy Lasso ever plays, I wish it a floor 2 on him every time.
All right, I think I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna head over to the GDQ venue and help set up if they're still doing that.
You're welcome, Lasso. All right, sounds good. I am gonna split on out of here as well.
All right, thank you both. GG's for the PB on both.
Thanks.
Indeed. You guys take it easy.
Yep, have a good night. Stay tuned
Bye.
for Mega Man tonight.